I'm your platform partner, Jackson, all about making things happen, addicted to action. And as your hustling homie today, I want to share with you some very, very valuable skills. These are people skills as well as emotional skills that can help you have just feel better, have a better day, be more productive, be fulfilled, but also how to be able to get the bag, get your money, and continue to live that lifestyle that you really want to live while you're pursuing your dreams. Now, with that, there's two parts of this video. So the first part, I want to talk about when you first meet people and you don't like them. How do you handle that? Doing business, can you do business with people that aren't likable, somebody that you don't like? Is it important? How do you navigate that? So that's one. Second part, we're going to talk about if it's somebody that you are forced to work with that you don't like. Let's say somebody that's just a difficult person. How do you deal with difficult people? Now, all of this, now that may be somebody that's at your job that you have to work with, somebody who's just very negative, somebody that is maybe they morals, you just don't like them, for what they do, and no matter what, you realize you don't like them, right? You've been around them long enough. Now, this video today is sponsored by the book series Shut Up and Hustle. This is the book series. This is one of my first books here. In this series, I developed this to help people, show them how to gain self-awareness so they can grow themselves, grow their businesses, and also be able to grow their whole mission and purpose on why they came here on Earth. That's pretty deep, right? It's a hell of a sponsor to have. So get that book, Shut Up and Hustle. Now, let's get back to the meat and potatoes. Now, first we're going to talk about is when you first meet people and you don't like them. This could be at a networking event and you meet somebody and you hear them say something and you don't like what they said. You heard them say something about men or women and you're like, I don't like, why did he say that? And automatically within the first moment of meeting them, you like, I don't like that person. Or you may not like them because of the reputation. You've been hearing stuff about them and finally you see them and you like, I don't like them because I've heard stuff about them. Or it might be somebody online that you hear clips about and you say, I don't like their view on when they talk about women or when they talk about minorities or when they talk about politics, so I don't like them because I've heard them say something. Well, let me tell you this. First and foremost, you're going to have to do business with people that you don't like at the beginning, especially if this is a valuable person. Let me say that. You got to know the art of that. Most people, 90% of the people you're spending your money with, you're doing business with, and they may not like you at all, but they're going to still take your money. Your landlord, they're going to still take your money. The stores you go to in your community, they're going to still take your money. Many of these corporations, the Walmarts of the world, a lot of times those owners wouldn't like you, and they're still going to take your money. The moment you stop paying your rent, they're going to kick you out. That shows how much they like and don't like you, because you have to separate the business from emotions. But I will say this, most people that I have met that at the beginning I did not like them, those end up being some of my best friends and people that I really respected once I got to know them for real. You got to realize, like, we're in this world where when you are used to life as you know it, like we all are living in our own bubble. That bubble is the habits that we create every day. We see some of the same people at school, some of the same people at your job, some of the same, and people think the same. You see the same culture, the same colors. But so, for example, in America, you may see people wear white, and when they wear white is, in our mind, is a sign of purity and being light and celebration. But you go to another culture, like let's say China or something, and you see people wear white at funerals because that's a sign of grieving and a sign of dealing with death. So same thing, but because it's a different culture, it looks very different. Now, when we see something that's very different, our immediate reaction may be, I don't like it. And the reason why you don't like it is because it's different. It's just not what you used to. So it's going to feel bad if it's going against the grain. It's going to feel bad. Like when you first ate vegetables for the first time, you probably didn't like it. When you first rode your bike for the first time, you probably didn't like it because it was difficult. But what you'll find is that you got to know how to put your little emotions to the side and sometimes really get to know people. Because those same people, they're probably just unique. And when you realize that, you'll probably love these people. You know how many, like I got guys, this one guy I saw, he was on stage, and he came off, he was real corny and cheesy. I'm like, this dude is a clown. And I started listening to him, and the more I listened to him while he was on stage, I realized, like, this guy knows what the hell he's talking about. So once you get past the appearance and the antics, you'll realize, like, this person is really solid. But it may take you a while to get there, but you just got to get out of your own way. And you got to give people an opportunity to really listen to them. And many of us, we don't listen to people. We don't get to know them because we just immediately just look at something and we don't like it because it's different, and we just automatically dismiss it. Or that person may remind us of ourselves, and it's something that's in us that we don't like. And when and therefore we don't want to give them a shot because, oh, you remind me of some people I grew up with, and when they said this, it hurt my feelings, and now I don't want to even listen to you because you remind me of those people from my past. And that's all stuff that you have to let go. You can't allow your past to dictate your future. We got to realize that at the end of the day, people grow, things change, people all change. This world is full of illusions. And what you may see when you first meet a person may not be exactly who they are, right? A lot of people may see you and think that you are very dumb, or they may judge you and think that you don't have it together. But when they get to know you, you probably are extremely intelligent and you got it all together. That's why you watch Jackson 360, your platform partner, okay? So don't prejudge people, especially based on your past experiences. That's stereotyping. That's something real basic that we need to get over. And we need to know, for business purposes, you must know how to do business with people you don't like, because you're already doing it anyway. The problem is you just on the end of where you paying people, but you're not getting money from people. You paying your landlord, you paying the stores, all right? You paying people attention that you don't like on the internet. You still pay them attention, even though you don't like them, you hate them. And so now you got to realize on how can you get some money and energy coming back to you. Well, you got to develop relationships and figure out how to get people emotionally involved. Okay? So that's one. Now, second thing, I want to talk about something a little more practical, because that first thing, that was a little more philosophical, a little more mindset. But this second thing is more practical. And that is when you're working in a space and you're dealing with people that are difficult. So, for example, you have a supervisor that they just, no matter what you do, they always find something negative. They seems like they picking on you. It seems like they always making your job hard. Or let's say you got somebody that's not the supervisor, but somebody in your job that's always complaining. They're always spreading gossip. They're like victims. They only focus on negative things. Well, and you just not feeling a vibe. I got people, at my job that I just really they will always focus on the news. Like, I don't like people that complain. So there were people that when I would work that would always complain about the news, and they would say, oh, look at the government this and the president that, but they would never do anything about it. So I didn't like that. And so, but I had to work with these people even though I didn't agree with how they moved, and I didn't like that complaining energy around me. So what I did, and what you can do, is a couple things. So when you're dealing with difficult people, I'm going to tell you first mindset, and second I'm going to tell you action. Mindset is the first thing. Is when you're dealing with a difficult person, I want you to understand, no matter what they say to you, don't take it personal. They don't know you. People that are hurt, they are just actors, and they're just replaying old stories from their past, and right now you just are just a new actor in that play. They probably have had issues with their family, with their parents, with their spouse, with someone, and because they was hurt and that's how they view the world, now when they see you, they're going to put that energy off on you because they having a bad year or bad day. You're going to feel it, and it has nothing to do with you. With those people, I want you to realize it's nothing that you can really do to change them, but don't take it personal, because they're going to have to change themselves, and it's not about you. So that's the first thing I want you to understand. This is way bigger than Nino Brown, okay? Second thing, when it comes to actions, when you're dealing with a person with a victim mindset, this person could be very cancerous, meaning victims, these are people that you can't help them no matter how much you help them. The more you help them, the more that they're going to sabotage and say, you ain't doing nothing for me, right? These are people that always are in a bad mood, bad attitude, no matter what. What you can do with these people is sincerely have a conversation with them, not immediately, but open up a conversation and say, hey, you know what, I want to share something with you that maybe can help you. And, have something to really offer. Give them a book. Give them a website. Send them a video link to Dr. Jackson 360. Send them something that you think that will help them, that you sincerely think that's going to help. Something that's fun, that they could use, that they would enjoy, and share that with them. And then say, you know what, let's follow up and talk about this in a week. And at 10 o'clock. And once a week, 10 o'clock comes, you can tell them, and you can say, hey, I sent this to you because I feel like I sincerely don't like when you do X, Y, and Z. When you do this, I don't like that. It makes me feel this way, but I want us to be able to work through it. So I'm hoping you can watch this and we can talk about it. And they watch it. You come back, have a conversation. Hey, did you watch it? Did you like anything about it? I don't expect for you to change, but I do want you to know that if it's anything I can help, let me know. Can we talk about it? Now, that person's going to do one or two things. They're either one, they're going to embrace you and say, you know what, I apologize. And they're going to come closer to you. They may not even say I apologize, but they will either come closer or they're going to go further apart. It's either going to be harmony or tension. So either they're going to do something to step forward, and it may come out in different ways. And they may say, hey, you know what, you're right. Thank you for this gift. Hey, let's go out to eat. In the future we got to work on this. They're going to take something that's progressing forward. If they are not trying to progress forward, they're going to let you know and say, I don't want to hear this. I don't know, why would you give me something like this?
I be hustling.